truth is often stranger than fiction. I'm holding the AIA report from the 747 that veered off the runway in Hong Kong last month, a truly baffling incident. The preliminary findings from the Air Accident Investigation Authority are absolutely bizarre. I'll unwrap all the details as we recap the incident's baffling events. The aircraft was United Arab Emirates 9788, and ACT Airlines 747 under wet lease to Emirates for excess capacity, a common airline practice. This 747 cargo plane was landing in Hong Kong. The approach was normal, a standard ILS, with only a minor left toe right crosswind. Reports confirmed a clear runway and normal conditions for arrival in Hong Kong, an active airport with consistent operations and movements. Initially, I considered a porpoised landing, but it didn't explain why the aircraft touched down normally, then inexplicably veered off. The aircraft veered left, thousands of feet later, a puzzling event. I initially considered a porpoised landing, struggling to comprehend the cause. The truth is stranger than a porpoise landing. The incident occurred on October 20th, 2025 at 3:52 a.m., as the report synopsis reveals. On October 20th, 2025, at 3:52 a.m., ACT Airlines 747 freighter 9788 landed Hong Kong runway 7 left. The co-pilot was flying, captain monitoring. Pilots often switch roles, one flies, the other monitors. The pilot flying actively controls the aircraft, while the other maintains surveillance, a common routine. Checklists are run, reference to the pilot flying. Ultimately, the captain remains the final authority, later taking control, a crucial but minor detail. After landing, during auto brake deceleration, an auto brakes message appeared on the ICAs, indicating the system's disconnection. This is a common alert. Auto brakes function like car cruise control. A slight tap, or manual takeover, disconnects them. Settings range from rejected takeoff to maximum auto brakes. Most aircraft have 4 intermediate auto brake settings. When the light illuminated, the pilot monitoring simply announced the status. The pilot monitoring simply announced auto brakes, signaling the system's disconnection clearly and concisely to the pilot flying. This simple call informs the other pilot of disconnection, prompting necessary adjustments. Section 3 of the report details the next critical event. The aircraft then veered left, causing a runway excursion near taxiway Charlie 6, an unexpected departure from the designated path. Auto brakes disengaged, the captain communicated, and the airplane veered left at taxiway Charlie 6, initiating the runway excursion. The aircraft tragically contacted a stationary security vehicle near the perimeter, resulting in 2 occupants' loss. This solemn incident highlights safety concerns. It was a tragic incident. The aircraft breached the perimeter fence, entering the sea where it came to rest. Visuals confirmed the tail section separated. All 4 crew members survived. Sadly, the 2 security staff perished. Weather was clear, visibility excellent, confirming suitable conditions for operation. All ATC and navigation systems functioned normally. There were no foreign objects on the runway, and communication with the aircraft remained routine. Initial reports speculated a vehicle on the runway, causing a swerve. But logic questions why a normal operation would suddenly deviate so drastically. The sudden, inexplicable swerve defies logic. We'll return shortly, but first, a word from our sponsor. Last week, thousands of flights were delayed, unrelated to weather. Government shutdown meant no pay for controllers, causing widespread delays at major airports like Dallas, LA, Newark. Staffing shortages halted departures and arrivals. News sources vary widely. I use Ground News, a platform comparing reports from over 50,000 global sources, revealing diverse perspectives on events. Ground News ensures full information, tracking shutdown coverage from 180 outlets, 70% politically centered, 97% factual. The divide was about blame, not safety. Bias often hides in omissions, not just statements. Ground News provides crucial situational awareness for news, mirroring a pilot's cockpit needs. The blind spot feed highlights single-sided stories, ensuring you don't fly blind. Ground News offers 40% off their Vantage plan, my own subscription. Click the link, visit ground.news/Captain Steve, or scan the QR code. Subscribe for clearer news. Special thanks to Ground News, a valued channel partner. They help us deliver more content. Now, let's unveil what actually happened. The truth is stranger. Based on AIA evidence, this is established. The aircraft was dispatched with a null item. The minimum equipment list dictates what items are permissible for flight, decided prior to dispatch. Some MEL items are placardable, meaning flight can proceed if redundant systems are inoperative. One was a hydraulic reservoir indication issue. Maintenance resolved the hydraulic issue. But the number 4 engine thrust reverser was inoperative, a crucial detail to remember. We'll revisit it. Auto brakes were set to 2, flaps to 25, a preferred landing configuration. ATC reported a minor left-to-right crosswind, manageable for the 747. After touchdown, the speed brake lever extended, accompanied by the precise crew call-out, initiating the deceleration process. The crew then calmly announced, "Deployed," confirming the speed brake's successful activation and smooth engagement during the landing rollout. Speed brakes are armed for deployment upon weight on wheels. As main landing gear touches down, they physically engage, aiding deceleration. Spoilers deploy, reducing wing lift as the aircraft settles on main gear. The nose gear is smoothly lowered, with auto brakes already engaged. Auto brakes engaged at touchdown, with spoilers assisting. The nose wheel was lowered normally. The entire landing sequence was absolutely routine and controlled. Therefore, the captain's subsequent call-out would have been an anticipated, standard procedure. He would have calmly uttered, "Deployed," confirming the speed brake's successful activation and smooth engagement during the landing rollout. Confirming, the captain then prepares to make another verbal announcement. Confirming once more, "Deployed," assuring the pilot flying that speed brakes are active and fully engaged for deceleration. This confirms normal speed brake deployment. Subsequently, 95% N1 reverse thrust was selected on engines 2 and 3, as planned. Engine number 1 was selected to idle reverse, followed by a clear and concise crew call-out, part of the standard procedure. The crew called out, "Reversers normal," confirming the expected deployment and effective function of the thrust reversers for deceleration. On a 4-engine 747, engines 2 and 3 are often selected for full reverse, a common and deliberate choice. Outer engines are usually set to idle reverse. This avoids excessive swaying, preventing dangerous veering if an outer reverser malfunctions. Reverse thrust from engines 2 and 3, 1 and 4 are idle. Engine 4 was placarded inoperative, providing no reverse. This is important. An auto brakes message appeared on ICAs, confirming their disarming, followed immediately by a specific crew call, a standard protocol. The crew called out, "Manual braking," indicating the critical transition from automatic systems to pilot-controlled deceleration for optimal control. This call was made. Typically, upon the auto brakes light, the pilot monitoring responds with the appropriate alert. The pilot monitoring states, "Auto brakes," acknowledging the system's disengagement and indicating the need for immediate manual intervention. Subsequently, the pilot flying then prepares to make a clear, confirming, and responsive verbal statement to the monitoring captain. The pilot flying responds, "Manual brakes," taking active control of the aircraft's crucial deceleration system to ensure continued safe operation. This sequence of calls and actions was absolutely picture-perfect, indicating textbook procedure execution. Everything was fine. The captain took control as the aircraft decelerated, a typical maneuver. The pilot flying then announced a transfer of command. The pilot flying announced, "My aircraft," formally transferring command to the captain, a standard and crucial procedural call. The captain assumed control. It's unclear if this was due to auto brake disconnection or standard deceleration, awaiting clarification. Key data from the flight data recorder shows engine 4 accelerated to 90% N1 forward thrust at 3 hours 52 minutes and 30 seconds after touchdown. During rollout, engine 4 unexpectedly went to 90% N1 forward thrust. Its outboard position caused an immediate, strong swerve to the left. Other engines reversed, pulling back, while engine 4 pushed, causing a hard left swerve. All thrust reversers were stowed at 3 hours 52 minutes and 35 seconds, 5 seconds later. The captain, in control, stowed all reverse levers to idle, a sensible action. Engine 4 simultaneously accelerated to 106% N1 forward thrust at 3 hours 52 minutes and 36 seconds. Engine 4 reached 107% N1 by 3 hours 52 minutes and 42 seconds, a 12 to 14 second surge to full thrust. This caused an extreme, uncontrolled swerve to the left. At 3 hours 52 minutes and 41 seconds, 92% N1 reverse was selected on engine 2. Engines 1 and 3 also deployed reverse, reaching 83% as the pilot reacted. Thrust reverser selections happened post-excursion. He reacted with reverse, unaware of engine 4's state. Auto brake selector was correctly indicated as disarmed. The speed brake lever remained in flight detent, full forward. Power lever advancement after touchdown automatically retracts spoilers, ready for a touch and go. Advancing any power lever automatically stows spoilers. Engine 4's forward acceleration, as we'll learn, likely caused the speed brakes/spoilers to retract. The airplane's automated systems, and their intricate programming, seemed to be perceiving the situation as if the aircraft perceived an intent to take flight again, engaging an automatic response to prepare for liftoff. Spoilers then retracted. Engines 1, 2, and 3 thrust levers were closed, with maximum reverse thrust selected for these engines. The term thrust levers are closed refers to the main engine control levers being set to an idle or minimal thrust position. The thrust lever, positioned at the top, controls engine thrust, while the reversers are located directly in front of it. Reverse thrust levers are pulled separately. Astonishingly, engine 4's thrust lever was found in the full forward thrust position, not just indicating 107% N1. 3 levers idle/reverse, while engine 4's thrust lever was full forward. The puzzling question, why was this critical discrepancy not noticed in the cockpit? To engage reverse, pilots grab all 4 power levers simultaneously, pulling them to idle, then engaging the reversers with a distinct, coordinated motion. Engine 4's reverser was inoperative, physically prevented from deploying fully. However, the pilot's hand would still be on its associated thrust lever. A pilot engaged reverse thrust for engines 2 and 3, idle for 1, then released engine 4's lever. It unexpectedly went full forward, a critical, overlooked error. Unexplained, the engine 4 thrust lever went full forward. This required either an automatic system response, like a mistaken toga activation, or a pilot's deliberate action. It's baffling how this wasn't noticed. Fuel control switches were set to run. The true mystery, a normal touchdown and rollout, with routine calls, yet disaster struck. The auto brakes were off, as expected and indicated by the system, marking a critical transition in the aircraft's control phase. Manual braking was then called, formally transitioning braking control to the pilots for active and deliberate deceleration. Thrust reversers on 2 and 3, 1 idle, 4 inoperative. While slowing down, everything seemed fine and under control. Then, engine 4's thrust lever inexplicably went full forward, 107% N1. The captain reacted, but the aircraft veered hard left, off runway, onto grass. Captain re-engaged reverse on 1, 2, and 3. All engines idled except 4, whose lever remained full forward, unseen. This caused the accident. The preliminary report stated engine 4 unexpectedly spooled up, providing forward thrust. The precise reason for this critical malfunction was then unknown. The thrust lever went full forward. The baffling question remains, why did neither pilot see and react during the rapid sequence of events? The lever wasn't retracted during the swerve. Tragically, 2 lives were lost in the security vehicle, while the 4 pilots survived unharmed. More details are awaited. Official version: engine forward thrust lever went full forward, 107% N1, causing the uncontrolled swerve and damages. Captain Steve will report more details. Fly safe.